Everyone, so today what we're going to do is we're going to hike along this tram line. There was a big tram that went right from Sandon to a mine called the Windsor, which is right across the valley from the Rabbit's Paw. So this is a really tough hike. It's really steep. And it's a real cool line. You see all these tram buckets are about every 100 feet or something. You'll see a tram bucket. So the whole line was there, and then the whole thing crashed down. So you can follow the cable all the way up there. It's really steep on the side hill. Here we're into some cedar and stuff and there's the top of it where the pulley actually ran on top of it. So we're into real thick cedar and stuff. There's not much light, and there's really dark in there. But pretty cool hike along there, and we'll show you what we found along the way. And when we get up to where the mine was called the Windsor. So hope you enjoy the trip with us. Probably one of the nicest ones I've seen. Beautiful. You can see the mechanism, how it trips and everything. The catch. Now we're continuing to follow this line through the bush. Yeah, this must be really old tram, because this is the first piece of wood I've actually seen that's left of this whole thing. Now, I don't know, it could have been a fire that burnt everything down completely, but I've seen the cables are here and we see the buckets, but and there's a piece of wire, probably a piece of copper wire for telegraph or something. So this is first piece of wood we've seen in this whole tram line. Lucky I was able to actually find a little trail, so that's kind of nice. Now this has been a real tough climb coming up here, and I know I've always kind of trying to find other people to go do stuff with me, and I'm probably the most extreme guy around. I don't bring other people I don't expect other people to keep up to me doing this kind of stuff. I mean, you have to tailor, the activities to people's fitness levels and their interests. It's got to be fun for them. I mean, I push myself really hard, but most people, they wouldn't do this. So anyhow, so we're looking across there, and that is where the Rabbit's Paw mine was that I was, just a crazy mine, that I was at, about a month ago, maybe a little longer. There's the adit right there that I went into. It's this way where we are. I always say we, but the reason I say we is because it feels to me like, when I'm talking to an audience and I'm taping this, that the viewer's with me, so it's like, that's why I say we. Because I can't just talk to myself. I'm talking to an audience, so that's why I say we, even though I'm the only one here. Well, it looks like we've arrived. We're seeing, all kinds of mining stuff here. It looks like a huge bull wheel. I bet you this is what drove that big tram line that we've been following. And it's kind of a little bit unusual, this tram line. Well, I don't know about unusual, but a lot of the trams we see are smaller gravity trams, which only have a few buckets, and the loaded ones pull the empty ones. Oh yeah. So this is a big bull gear that drove this tram. Wow, isn't that something? Huge. So not sure where that came from. Might have slid down from the top. Yeah. Kind of hoping we might be able to see something a little bit more intact up here. But we'll see. Yeah, we're just kind of above the Ruth Hope. You can see the Ruth Hope from here. So found an adit here, and I figured, well, at first glance you figure, well, we're kind of screwed here. This is definitely plugged. How much more plugged can you get than that? But you can get in this one. You can see in there it's wet in there. So the thing is, I don't mind getting wet, but I don't necessarily want to be... My feet are nice and dry and comfortable. I want to spend a day hiking around here, so I don't know if I want to dive into a big pool of water right away, but we will definitely go in there. Man, you can really smell the rats in there too. Modern rats, welcome to the mines. Well, here's another adit here. I found a neat saw blade. They use that for sawing the timbers and stuff in the mines, I would think, or well, maybe for logging. And this one's collapsed, totally collapsed. There's some big tree stump or something landed in here. Definitely not going to get into that one. But there's still railway track above us. So I'm hoping maybe there's going to be one more added up there. You're wondering, you look across the valley, you see those big bare spots in the mountain all the way there. Those are avalanche chutes. So you get so much snow here, it's really steep. The avalanches, they come down there so frequent that the trees don't grow there. It just keeps them scrubbed right off. There, I've hiked all the way up to the top of this mine. It also appears to be closed off or caved in. So what we're going to have to do is start hiking back down and hitting those adits that we can find that are open. Alright, so this is the highest accessible wet feet be damned, I guess. Because once you start at the top, you're not going to work your way back down. If we want to explore this mine, we're going to have to go in here and get our feet wet. That is all there is to it. It continues on there, so yeah. One problem we got is we have no oxygen monitor today because yesterday I was wearing my coat and let the damn thing strapped to my coat. When you're looking at this, you see, look how many rotten timbers there are. You think, well, so the oxygen is possibly going to be used up by rotting timbers, which there's no shortage of here. But, we're pretty close to the surface here, so I ain't too worried just yet. Huh. So this is obviously a pretty big mine, because we've seen a huge tram. So they must have hauled a lot of ore out of here. And again, we think this is called the Windsor. I shouldn't say that too many times because I'll have to keep correcting myself. When I find out for sure what it's called. Oh yeah. Real interesting ceiling there. Back. It goes up into there, not a very steep slope either. Slope. So look at the country rock on the top. There's a pretty big deposit that they mined in here. It's all would have been ore. Going a lot of different. Wow, what a neat formation though. Not straight up and down or anything. All kinds of little pockets in here. Again, I'll stick to the right. I might. Wow. Very irregular. Soft. And I think that would be kind of rich in lead, eh? Wonder why they never grabbed that. Looks like ore. Never cleaned it up really good there. It'll be interesting to see how far this actually goes. This doesn't look very dangerous to me. Let's see if we find any dead rats. If you don't have an oxygen monitor, that's all you can do, right? Well, it's interesting because it's not really steep. The formation goes up, which is nice. We can explore a bunch of that stuff if we want. Not really steep, so the formation is very random. So that's the best way to describe it, I think. Kind of meanders all over the place. Might end up going a long ways into the mountain here. Look at this, this is kind of cute. That's as far as we're going to get there. That's definitely caved in. Oh no, caved in there. Could possibly get up and around. I don't know if we should though. Wow, that's really soft. That's really dangerous, man. We shouldn't be under there. Oh. Yeah, that's too soft. Very soft. Yeah, we shouldn't go up there. So, I don't see any chutes going down. So it seems like this level is maybe independent of other parts of the mine. That this maybe didn't even go in that far. And they just mined this out like this. It just went up a little bit. That looks pretty interesting. We could climb up into there. This is kind of neat because it's not, I've never seen an ore chute that really is such a shallow angle. Normally if you had something at an angle like that, you would expect to use a mucker to drag the ore out. But they didn't do that here. That makes it easy for us to walk along here. Because it's not that steep. It must have been tough to keep that ore rolling down there. Because it's just not very steep at all. Weird. It's all full now. This doesn't look very hazardous to me. Looks like these timbers are pretty solid. Did a nice job on all this timbering. I like it. Yeah. That's going to be the end of it, eh? Interesting. Nope, not the end. But very close to it. That's going to be the end. Oh, they did just an excellent job on the timbering here. Look, everything's notched out. And the way it's built, I mean, they just took a lot of time to build all this stuff. I don't think I've ever seen such, really, you can see it's just superb craftsmanship in the mine here. I'm not sure it was necessary. I've seen a lot of cruder work. And they were able to get the ore out. So. But you know, some people just take a lot of pride in their work. And you can see that. It's kind of neat. And again, you know, just a really interesting mine here. Just well, not the mine so much, but the formation, how irregular it is, and how they got the ore out. Yeah. So this doesn't seem to be connected. This is it's not really that big of a level, and it doesn't seem to be connected to the lower levels. Seems like they just took everything out. Oh, there's some explosive boxes. Cool. Oh, dynamite. Oh, no. That's a full case. Dynamite, 2 full cases. And those little bottles. I wonder what those bottles are. Holy shit. Full case of dynamite. So, oh God, bottles wouldn't be nitroglycerin, would they? If they are, you sure as hell wouldn't want to touch them. Huh. Dynamite. Ooh. So it kind of tells you that this mine was kind of suddenly shut down because, you know what, they dragged supplies up here that they never needed. Yeah. Small sticks of dynamite though. Yeah. But you know, this is pretty soft material in here, so you wouldn't think you'd need to do a lot of real extensive blasting. You know, because it's pretty soft, right? A little dab will do you, maybe, huh? Okay. And there's a little pocket there. Just went up that far and ended. Yeah. They're a cute little mine. And this is must have been just a pretty small part of this mine. It'll be interesting to see what else we can find at the lower levels. For most mines, I just have a main haul level, and the stuff in these crust gets Man, they sure use a lot of wood in here though. Wow. You know, I wonder if it was all necessary because, hey look, and the wood's all collapsed and everything, but there's no rock that fell on top of it. You know, right here it's all, you know, this all, it all stayed up. It didn't fall down. Yeah. Another little cubby hole there. Yeah. Just up in there. That looks like it's falling down. Right hand rule, okay? Right hand rule, remember guys? Okay. Just a little stoped area probably. Yeah. Oh, this is definitely caved in here. Oh, don't hit your head on the fucking ceiling. Don't touch nothing either. Oh, that's fractured there. Really fractured there. Very unstable here. Looser than shit. It's not going anywhere anyway, so turn around. There's some roots there. Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna head back out and see what else we can find. Now we got our feet wet, so to speak. So it looks like these levels are going to be independent of each other. So far anyways. Well, on the way down there, as I make my way down, and it was like I run into this pipe. I don't know, it must be about, I don't know, 3 feet across, maybe a round pipe. It's all completely riveted, so it's pretty old. I don't know what it's been used for. Possibly for air, I don't know. Air or water. And there's this tool, I don't know what it's for. But I'm going to keep working my way down. Just found some remains of some shacks and stuff along here. And we'll look for another adit. We found some parts of some more carts. There's 2 axles and a couple more there. It almost seems like maybe they're planning on taking them out of here. You know, just took the carts, wooden carts, completely apart, but they never did. Oh, well, I think maybe might have another adit here. I'll have a look. There's certainly some. Looked like that was part of an adit one time. And there's a road below us, a whole bunch of track. A little bigger track here. Some bigger track, some smaller track. I'll just keep following this. Hopefully we will find something interesting to share with you. There's a little kind of a flat spot here in a wall, and this almost looks like, you know, some track in here, some kind of a landing. Or maybe the tram would have started. Hard to say. You know, there was an adit there, it's collapsed. And quite a bit of wood and timber and stuff there. But don't find a way in. We're just going to keep working our way down, and we really don't have that much further to go down. So, oh, there's a really cool, I can see a real neat axle down there. Yeah, there's some big honking cedars in here. You can tell they haven't grown back here since the mine closed. It was interesting. This was actually an old oil drum. And it says, property of Imperial Oil Limited. Well, you guys know where it is. You can come and get her if you want. It's odd that that one's galvanized, you know, and all the other drums. That's how they used to get oil in little drums. Used to buy it in drums. Eventually they went to 45-gallon drums before modern day. Now they deliver it in bulk, but they never used to. And there's that cute little axle I saw from further up. That's pretty cool, eh? So there's one parting shot of that mine there. And the very bottom where you can see that steel there. That's where the concentrator and stuff was there. So you can see from there, the road went along there kind of at an angle, and that's where that big bull wheel was in there. You can't see it from here. And then the tram just went straight across country there and took all the ore down to Sandon. And there we hiked all the way to the top of that, and when I got in that one adit, everything else was collapsed. Yeah, so that's about all we can show you for the Windsor, you know. One of the cool things about being in the backcountry is, you know, just to see the trees and the scenery and the wildlife, and look at the size of these cedars. So, you know, yeah, this week the mine wasn't really exciting, but, you know, we had a pretty cool hike up there anyways. We'll join you next week, and we're going to get way up in the high country. There's really cool mines that go back a long ways, and some really interesting animals and stuff that we found, and so I'll be looking forward to seeing you next week. Thanks for joining us. Bye for now.